Hi YouTube family, a pleasant good night to each and every one of you. Hope everybody had a wonderful, safe day today. You know, leading up to Easter, I normally cook vegetarian dishes or fish meals. So today, we were in a mood for some Baigan Choka or Baigan Choka. I did some sauteed baby spinach, and I did some tomato choka and some paratha roti. So I have a selection here for everyone. If you want to see how I make all this, stick around and let's cook together. So first of all, we're going to start preparing our baigan or eggplant. And I have some garlic here that I already sliced to put into these baigan. I'm also going to be making the tomato choka, and I'm going to roast these as well. Today I'm going to be roasting them on the top of my stove, so I will wrap them up with some file paper. Let me show you how I prepare the eggplant before roasting. I like to make little slices on the eggplant, and I like to put garlic in here so the garlic would roast along with the eggplant and give it a beautiful flavor. This is a really unique way to roast the balanji or the baigan. So I'm gonna continue doing that for the rest. And the more garlic you add in there, the better flavor you will come out with. I like to add some oil onto mine, and I'm using coconut oil because it's kind of cold today. It looks thicker than normal. And then I'll wrap mine up with some foil wrap. Just like that, a beautiful shiny package, and this is going on the stove. So I'm gonna roast them on top of the stove today. I normally put them in my oven, but I'm gonna do it over open fire, and these are gonna cook faster than regular. So for the tomatoes, I'm gonna put them in here and I'll wrap all of it up together like a nice parcel, and we will cook them on the stove as well. So my baigan is going in the middle burner, and I have my tomatoes going over here. I'm gonna start kneading some flour to make some paratha roti. So for my paratha roti, I have my all-purpose flour and I have my baking powder already added into the flour. I have my water. I'm gonna add some desi ghee in here. So I just added my ghee, and then I'm gonna go in, mix in that baking powder and mix that ghee in there. You can use butter too as a substitute for ghee. If not, you can leave that step out and don't add any fat or anything. Sometimes I make it without ghee or butter because we're gonna be oiling off this roti. So be mindful of that. Now I'm gonna go in with my water. My dough is ready, nice and soft, as you can see. I'm gonna start rolling them off now. And for all my roti friends, I have you covered today. So the baigans are cooking up nicely. My tomatoes are also cooking up nicely. I think this one is done. I'm gonna remove it because it's nice and soft, and then I'll continue with the rest. So we're brushing the roti with some oil. I'm oiling it off. And I'm using the coconut oil, so it is a bit thick, but it will melt soon. And we're gonna make these like that. The more you fold them, the more flaky these roti will be. Just like that. So balanji is done nicely, and these are young. Look at that, beautiful. Very nice and white inside. The seeds are so young. It's gonna make a beautiful baigan choka, and I just have to go in here now and scoop up that beautiful meat inside here. Look at that, it's super hot, so I have to be careful. And we're gonna start mashing that up soon and adding ingredients. I'm really pleased with these baigan that I got. They're very young. The best baigan to make baigan choka is the young one, because you're gonna end up with a nice, fluffy, delicious baigan choka without no seed showing up all through the baigan choka. So what do you like in your baigan? I like some nice onions. Any onions will work for me. Some green onions and some nice hot pepper. I like to put some tomatoes in there as well, but today I'm gonna make my tomato choka separate. So because the onions will make me cry, I'll cut my green onion first. And when I'm making this choka, I like to cut my ingredients very finely. So when you're biting into your choka, you don't have to bite into big chunks of ingredients. The ingredients must be a nice size that you will enjoy the bite. So as fine as this will work for me. So for the onions, I'm gonna do the same. Very nice and fine. And now it's time to mash this baby up, and as you can see, this is so young. It won't take me a long time to get through the entire batch that I have here. The garlics are nice and soft, and it is smelling good because the ingredients that I just chopped up, the aroma is now lingering around. It already smells like Baigan Choka. Big shout out to my mom, because she makes Baigan Choka regularly. My dad can eat this every day. I don't mind eating it once a week because it's a beautiful classic Guyanese go-to dish that everybody enjoy. We're gonna go in here now and add our salt. You're gonna mix, and then if you have to add more later, you can go ahead and do so. It is becoming nice and fluffy the more you mash the baigan. So I have another way that you make this baigan really fluffy, and I will show you in a moment. So in the pan, I have my coconut oil warming up, and coconut oil bring out a super delicious flavor in the baigan. If you don't have coconut oil, then go ahead and use whichever oil you have. So I just added my onion, green onion and pepper to the oil. I'm gonna toss it up a little in the hot oil before I add it to my Baigan Choka, because my kids love to eat Baigan Choka and I want it to be palatable for them. You can go ahead and add your ingredients raw into the Baigan Choka, but when I do mine like this, it brings out a nice flavor from the green onion, the onion and the pepper, and it really tastes very delicious. Now I'm gonna cook this for too long, just to bring out the aroma, and then we're gonna go ahead and add it to our Baigan Choka. So now we're gonna add everything to our baigan. And it smells so divine. You guys can imagine that smell that we're getting here. And now we're gonna go in and mix everything together now. And that hot oil will just make our Baigan Choka way much fluffier. I find a red onion bring out a beautiful color in the whole dish. And I'm gonna add a few pieces more of hot pepper right at the end. How are we looking there, guys? Nice and delicious, right? So So now it's time for me to prepare my tomato choka. I love the roasted aroma that I'm getting right now in the kitchen. This is so quick and easy, and you barely need any ingredients in here. So I'm gonna continue to mash it up. I like to cut out the hard core here. And then I will come back to add all my ingredients. Just a little bit of salt. So I just added my finely chopped red onion, finely chopped green onions, and I'm only using the green part of it. Finely chopped cilantro, and I have some hot pepper here. We're gonna give this a good mix. So this is gonna have a flavor of a salsa, which can be eaten with some chips as well, or even some fried plantain. I am drooling, guys. I don't know about you all, but I am drooling. So to have a well-balanced meal tonight, I'm gonna quickly saute some spinach, just with a little bit of coconut oil, a pinch of salt, and this spinach doesn't need too much. It's already sweet on its own. I'm gonna add a clove of garlic. It's gonna add some nice flavor to the spinach. We're gonna give it a little mix so we can incorporate that garlic into the spinach. And this is ready to go. So now it's time to roll off our paratha roti. Look how nice and flaky our roti is. Perfectly done, and very nice and soft. We're gonna have a good dinner tonight. So I'm just brushing the roti now with oil. I'm gonna flip it over and do the same on this one. They're cooking up on medium heat, and if you find that your roti is cooking too fast, just turn your stove down a little and continue with the process. So here is that beautiful selection of vegetarian dishes. I am happy. Are you guys happy? I'm very happy. So I'm gonna go in here for my roti, and this roti is nice and soft. I'm gonna go in a nice dunk of the Baigan Choka. If you never had Baigan Choka, it's a must try. So this mouthful goes to all the viewers. The Baigan Choka is nice and smoky. That pepper, onion, and green onion is just coming through. The coconut oil add a nice fluffiness to the baigan, and it tastes rich and creamy. We're gonna go in for the tomato choka now. Right at the end here, I'm gonna grab a piece for all my tomato choka fan. Guys, I'm doing a happy dance behind the camera. Wow. The tomato choka tastes so nice. They have a little bit of sourness in there, and that cilantro balance it off with that nice limey kind of flavor. Amazing combination. So now for all my spinach friends, and I'm a big fan of spinach, I'm gonna mash a piece of that pepper in there. I'm gonna go in for some of this sauteed baby spinach. Your bite, guys. The garlic for this is popping out in the spinach. The spinach is perfectly cooked. So beautiful, nice texture, and all the vitamins are in there. This is just a beautiful plate I have here. Feels like if I'm in my mom's kitchen in Guyana. So guys, hope you like this video. If you do, please give us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you'll hit that subscribe button. It's free of charge. Until then, we want to say stay blessed, stay safe. Bye for now.